Ada boom, ada bam. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
The Good Weirdos. And of course, we have Moray.
Thank you again.
This is the first time I've gone live on Sweet the Podcast, The Good Weirdos, since 2021.
Oh my goodness.
I had locks at that time. I was in a whole relationship 2.5 times. And the last person that I interviewed live was Hershey LaCour Jete, who was on Chasing LA and is now on RuPaul's Drag Race this season.
Look beautiful. Beautiful.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, I did say welcome to Sweet the Podcast, but I gotta play the intro just for GP purposes and consistency and continuity. Mm-hmm. And I would love to be streaming right now live on Instagram, but for some reason, the shit's not configuring correctly. I'll do it probably in the middle of the show. But let's get right into the... Keep it cute. Let's get right into the meat of it right now. And, while we're at it, go to your Twitter and share this video from The Good Weirdos or my page. Do you need your phone to do that? Are you on your phone right now?
Hold on. You know what? I should have been ready for this shit. I got my laptop. Hold on.
That's all right. Take your time. Because in the meantime, while you doing that, I'm finna get the people up to speed of what we talking about. If you don't know.
There we go. I'm a good old ass man. I swear I'm 55. I swear I am. I mean, I was raised by my grandmother, so yeah, I know I'm a smooth 40.
Shit, I'm almost 40 already without the rise, nigga. So yeah, our last episode was episode 51, Psychology of Raceplay. I've gotten some feedback from that. Basically, it's still the same kind of response that I've been getting from people that support, people that are still like, that's some bullshit. But as we talked about in the episode, we talked about a range of how colorism, white supremacy, jealousy, envy, trauma has all played a part. And how we move sexually out in the world, et cetera, et cetera. The reason why we came back today is in case if y'all have any comments, feedback to say, please put it down there. But I came here to talk about the colorism, Black people, and the Librarian. Now, his name is Michael, and I can't remember his last name because, long story short, I have been seeing him on my timeline for the longest, but I don't really be following what he's doing. I just like, oh, that's cool. I support that. Yes, go, brother. Support the kids. Give the people books. Love that. But until now, recently, when I've been seeing like this backlash against someone who's said some things about him, and let's just jump right into what I'm talking about. Boom. He posted a picture with his parents and said, this is my mom and dad. They raised me as a library kid. My mom homeschooled me, raising me and educating me at the library. My dad always emphasized the importance of literacy. I've been reading at least 1 hour a day for a long time. I love the library because of them. And Ms. Mojo responded, I don't trust him. His presentation is light, but his vibe is dark. Don't be wrong.
Oh, I love a good cackle. That is nice.
Don't be wrong about these things. full disclaimer, I know Miss Mojo personally. I've met them, hung out, we've talked, we've been in friend groups together, all this thing. This is not a drag to Miss Mojo. This is not a safeguard of not calling the bullshit out either. Let me lay that out. So there's nothing biased, or there's nothing kind of, it's pretty unbiased. That's what I'm finna say, because I would say this to anybody, and Miss Mojo, which I am. Miss Mojo follow me. I follow Miss Mojo. So she can see what I'm doing.
Fair. I think that's very fair. It's a conversation. Like, if you both follow each other and yet your views are, regardless of what the situation is, if the views are opposite, then that's when the tension happens and you have a conversation about how you feel about something. But I like that. That's good.
Totally. So, Miss Mojo, if you do happen to stumble across this video while you're watching, this is live. You can jump in the comments, jump in. And if you want to get on here and talk live, I can send you a link so you can be one of these blocks up here and say what you got to say. But I love you still, even though this was fucked up.
Ooh, it's so wholesome. I mean, just the original post, I don't follow him either. I've seen him pop up plenty of times. And it's just a good, wholesome, it's going to sound real bad when I say this, but just some real honest content. It's very, oh, you're sweet. I can tell you got some stuff that you deal with personally, but you know what? I can tell you don't want that to be importance in your life, and you definitely want something a little more positive and up, rooting in other people's lives. So to be vulnerable and express yourself. You hear me okay still?
Oh, I hear you perfectly.
Okay. To be so vulnerable and express yourself and share your parents online, goddamn, that is some trust and benevolence and compassion. And then to have an individual and have multiple people, thousands of people just rally behind at least this one person who feels they see dark-sided energy, whatever that actually means.
The dark-sided energy is the white mama.
And I run around those circles. I understand what you mean. The biracial, if we're going to get into that, the biracial fright when it comes to certain kids. It's okay, you have a white mother. What is stereotype? What is your issue with Black people, if that's going to be the case? Because more than likely, if you have a white mother, your dad is self-hating. He didn't want to find a good Black woman. That's the narrative, and they propped your head up with, feeling important because you're mixed. And also, it's just a lot of projection and bullshit. You don't know the individual. But I also know that life. I know plenty of white women with mixed children who somehow don't like Black people. But you took the nut and decided to have the kids, and you're very proud of that. And yet,
reference back to last week, they hate the nigga, but they want to fuck the nigga.
Mm-hmm. There's some men that I want to take their nut, and knowing full and well they ain't shit. But it feels nice to have that. I know these. I've seen plenty of these women personally, and it's a interesting psychology. I'm not in their bodies to really know what it takes for you to love your kids, but then despise the daddy that they come from, or even just the women around you. Because there's some white women that have an issue with Black women. They're good with Black men, but when it comes to Black women, they distance themselves. They kind of hold themselves up in higher regard versus them. And those women exist. That seems to be a good common thread I've noticed. But on the other side, there are the women that are just you're just a person. You loved somebody. You want to take care of your family. And you try to raise your kid with the realism that they are mixed and they have both two sides to them. They can invest in whatever side they really want to, whatever they feel comfortable with. But if the home is balanced, then the child will be balanced. So looks like they raised him in the nice library where he could actually do some reading. I know a lot of people struggle with that, but here they are talking about someone who actively does it for themselves and tries to do it for their community. And yet something is dark-sided about them. It's very fascinating. Is that intelligence dark-sided for you? Is any type of individuality that goes against what you view as reality dark-sided for you? I honestly think that's probably the case. You don't know these people. You have projections. You have your own racism. That's what that is. And it's okay. You have your own struggles. You have your own traumas, I'm assuming. I don't know what your traumas are. I don't want to say they're insignificant. But to then project that upon a boy or on a young man, grown man, doesn't really matter, is dark-sided in itself. And I don't know. You aren't the kind of person I expect to save the revolution, but
Oh,
here you are.
here you are. Here
And
you are.
you got worth. Everyone has their worth, but I don't think this was a worthy thing to do for anything.
I don't think so either, because this was, I mean, because after this post, it swept Twitter. I know. I mean, each response to this post got like above 10,000, and the most I've seen was like 56,000 likes and all this shit. This is viral
Eat
rumble.
her.
This was
Eat her.
this was his response to hearing about this.
Some people let me know that there are people out there who see the darkness in me. They say that my vibe is dark. And I just want to acknowledge and say what you're seeing, the darkness in me, are mental health struggles. I am struggling. I am on the struggle bus. I am the conductor of ye old struggle train. But I am doing my best. I am keeping on day after day, just like so many of you. And you are who I want to talk to. You who are struggling, I want to let you know that I am right there with you. I am on your team. I suffer from anxiety, PTSD, depression, panic disorder, and nightmare disorder. And I am so proud of you if you are struggling, because you are still here, and I am so happy that you are here. And I want to remind you, I have no idea how much time I have left in this world. My time is running out, but I want to let you know, remind you that your local library people are there to support you. They are the people, my friends, my colleagues, my beloved human beings, the librarians, the library workers. They have pulled me out of so many dark days, and I am cordially inviting you to your local library to speak with some of the kindest, most empathetic, genuine people you will ever meet. They will see the light inside of you. There's so much light inside of you. Your vibe is shining. You are the sun, you are the moon, and that is what library people, my friends, will remind you of your light. Yes!
Well, let's see.
Please go ahead.
I mean, he said, bitch, you can't read. You need to go to the library and get educated. You really said that. That's what I'm projecting onto it. But that response alone says so much for me, because I don't know him personally, so I don't know what his character would be, but shit, dragging a bitch would be appropriate.
He gives me, first thing when I watched that video, I was like, that's Miss Frizzle's biracial son. That's Miss Frizzle's biracial son.
Okay, I'd watch that show.
He had a whole school bus. The new generation.
Oh, I can't.
And they say kids now don't read, and they ain't smart, and they ain't doing their schoolwork. They don't know shit. And I mean, I agree with what I've been seeing for most, not all. I don't even want to say most, or some, maybe 50-50. But give the kids, if they can watch 3 hours of Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams and 2.5 hours of Monique and Shannon Sharp on the Club Shay Shay, watch a little Magic School Bus.
Just a little bit of the basics. I know it's not even basic. I mean, shit, y'all got daytime television, y'all have access to the internet, but you divert your time, divert your resources to, I can see probably a significant reason to want to know the tea on, Monique and all of that that's been going on for a while. But then now you see even the disorder within her own home that comes out. And it's like, there's, mind your damn business. You don't know what people are doing. You don't know what people are up to, what they're experiencing. And to be totally honest, and this is coming from a dark-sided bitch, I consider myself a black hole. Like, light just swirls around me and I eat that shit up. But I project it out too. It doesn't get trapped exactly. Like I'm doing a balancing act in my view. You don't know who these people are and what they're actually trying to do. Like, continue.
Now to Miss Mojo's point, maybe she's picking up a dark arts energy.
I hate you.
Maybe he dabbles in the dark arts. Maybe he's a warlock or some shit, and she's like, he's a good human. He'll fuck your universe up if he need to. I mean, you gotta distinguish the shit. But see, I'm trying to be devil's advocate for this point, but I don't believe that's what Miss Mojo was talking about, because I have personal experience with Miss Mojo, not leading the charge, but definitely co-signing and joking her way through, trying to slam me personally, a friend of mine, a friend of hers, me, about me dating white men. This is before the race play shit even. I've divulged that to the masses. Me just dating a white person problem, and they carried. And I'm talking about I mean,
it's whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want to do.
I mean,
I wish I had a drink.
Okay, I'm gonna stop drinking on camera. I'm gonna stop drinking on. And this is Miss Mojo's response to all the backlash. Well, one of the responses. The responses are actually continuously happening, and even right now, at this moment, new responses are being put up. Ooh, my phone screen is filthy. Look at that. Okay, but boom. Let me take this banner down. Hold on, so we can read. Bloop. The thing that is really getting me in this whole fiasco is the "how dare she" statements. I really wish y'all would just say it full out. How dare my fat black ass make a Twitter joke about a beloved biracial librarian? One more time. How dare my fat black ass make a Twitter joke about a beloved biracial librarian? And for the third time, I heard that's a number of just to round it up. How dare my fat black ass make a joke about a beloved biracial librarian? Why don't I know my place? And see, this is what a lot of you pro-black. Let me get us on. What am I doing? Hold on, everybody. I'm getting myself together. Boop. That's what a lot of you pro-black, straight, gays, fags, trans, theys, them, its, and ofs. Y'all do that. You do some foul ass shit. And then when somebody calling you out on your foul ass shit, not as your race or your color or your nationality, but as a human being, you go to, how dare my fat black ass is. Nobody ain't talking about you as fat. Nobody said shit about you was black. But people can read. You ain't the only bitch that can pick up subtext and comments. And
good Lord.
And people been picking it up. People pick that shit up, and then they just went through your other tweets because you do a lot of slander of. Oh Lord, you pro-black motherfuckers! You got the comments before I start rambling.
Actually, no. You continue. I'll slide in. I'll slide in
because you do this to play the victim card, and it's hard for. But see, a lot of black people are starting to see through that shit. Some are seeing it in themselves, like, yo, I'm giving real. I don't even know. They need to make a. You know how there's Stockholm syndrome, the Nightingale syndrome, all these syndromes. There need to be a syndrome for Black people. For Black people that
essentially victimize themselves.
But see, I was trying to go deeper than I need to do a little bit more reading. But victimizing themselves is perfect. It's cute. It's short. Boom. But Black people who victimize themselves and won't release that trauma. And see, me just saying that's problematic for me to say that. So I don't want to. I said it.
I feel it.
I said it. Really, you gotta. Because what's happening is, let me carry on a little bit more. What's happening is the oppressed, which is you niggers. Huh?
I've said it, yes.
Okay. It's becoming the oppressors, not in the system, but once you get in the system, let's not talk about you privileged niggas. You upper middle class, rich niggas. you because it's more class than anything. Y'all is more classism. It'll be a class war before a race war, I promise you. And you get the respectability politics and you think you're better than. Ooh, I'm gonna wake it up in a minute, but I'm gonna say this. I don't know, I lost my train of thought with that one.
Yeah, I feel it.
So I'll carry on. You got something to say before I
because jumping back to the oppression Olympics, really, using the word trauma, I understand. I feel like people will understand what you're speaking of because it's like the vein is very clear. It's how can you, I would just call it racism. This is what the effects of racism are. You are so positioned in a victim mindset because yes, you are oppressed. Yes, you are lower than. And if you believe you are, then yes, you are now racist because you're attributing the race that you have decided to take on that has been forced upon you. You've decided to live in that position. But now that you're living in it, either you are consciously using it for your benefit, or you're so sick that you don't know that you're essentially allowing the system to actually work on you. Like the spell is already casted upon you and you can't even look in the mirror and see the issue.
The spell's so fucked up for Black Americans, I'ma tell you, we fucked. And I don't know why this popped in my head, but I gotta keep laying it to you Africans because y'all some slick motherfuckers. You got your ass brought over here from Generation X and shit.
Good water.
And then you motherfuckers want to come over here and act like the Indians and Pakistans and Arabs. Like,
I do notice that.
You is. And then y'all be wanting to speak on issues of how Black Americans move. No, that's why I shut every one of you motherfuckers down. I don't even want to hear it. If you African, don't tell me how Black Americans move, bitch, because you don't know, your grandma don't know, your mama don't know, your great grandma don't know. They weren't here. That shit ain't indwelled into your DNA like it is in ours. We know. We know how to deal with these crackers. Y'all don't. Y'all trying to be them. Now, there are Black Americans that's trying to do that. They support Trump. They support Biden. It's Black Americans. It's Black people all over the world that's trying to be white. But I'm talking to you Africans today.
Not the African. That also consistently has popped up since I was a child, and I've noticed just the language that has been used, even when it's like, oh, I'm like, I see it on the timeline, not being Black, but being your actual ethnic background.
That's like, what they do.
Like I've seen Haitians do it, like, and I've seen Haitians, I've seen Dominicans do it.
Every nationality does that shit. And when Black Americans, they shit on us because y'all don't know it. You don't know. If you look up the definition of native, you non-reading bitches, like the Librarian said.
It's
the definition of native. And I bet you most of the Black Americans are technically considered and are factually native to here, this America. And yes, I ain't taking back not a damn thing I say. See, when I speak,
let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be.
Let the spirit come through, like whatever it is that needs to be heard, whatever needs to be shaken.
And I'm gonna say this: this show is not sponsored by any sponsors. It's sponsored by me.
It's fair.
So I'm gonna say this: you bitches, since this is a library episode, it's about reading in every way, reading for your intellect, reading for a drag, a bitch for filth, reading to get deeper insight into yourself. So, and this is the book that'll kick you off if you don't know the 4 Agreements.
I do enjoy that one.
This is the first book I did a book club on. And that's the only way I got through this book, because my mind be all over the place. But when I have a group to do this with and consistency, boom. The 4 Agreements, y'all check it out. The 4 Agreements, don't take anything personal. Oh shit, look at me. Don't make assumptions. Don't take anything personal. Always, it's about your word. Fuck. No.
Impeccability.
Impeccable with your word. And there's one more. Impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. Always do. I think it's always do like your best. Your best is different at each, because there's a whole chapter on this. Your best is being different. No, I ain't gonna do this like this. Hold on.
I feel that.
Because yep. I ain't finna lead y'all wrong. Here we go. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And like I said, always do your best. So yeah,
you got it.
Always do your best. That book, and that shit ain't easy. I swear to God.
It sounds nice and simple, but once you realize you're a human being with the trauma, you're like,
not to take this person.
But it's directed at me, though. What you talking about?
I'm the one that's feeling this. Me.
But don't take it. Let it be. It's not about you, as I'm always hearing. It's about them.
And I be having to reflect on that consistently. It's not about you. That's true. It's not. But it happened to me. It happened to me.
Actually, bitch, it is about me.
I am the main character. I really believe this. If you don't know that, I do. I believe I'm the main character. You should believe you're the main character. You may not be. Oops.
But you should move as if you are.
Ooh, you better talk to these people today.
You should move. It's that Iwapele. You should be moving as you are. Move the character as you are. Because if you're fully embodied in that moment and in the truth, then good results should follow. But that means good results from good action. And now if you're a messy bitch that wants to cause disharmony and rudeness and all that kind of bullshit, then you're going to receive exactly what you move like at some point. I mean, you can have your bandwagon, you can have your supporters that do the same kind of shit. And you know what? It will rally you. It will make you stronger. There's, not power in numbers, but sickness can only rely on healthiness. So you can only remain for so long until you're wiped out.
Ooh.
That's just how that works in my mind.
That's good. And I just want to, this has been saved into this archive forever. I just want to play this.
Get so sick of sissies, I don't know what to do. I'm sick of sissies.
I feel that. I feel that desperately.
Yes, you and sis is inclusive of all of you motherfuckers under the LGBTQI. That's LGBTQI. Whatever you want.
Just good and ubiquitous. I love it.
Ubiquitous community. You peoples. So yes, long story short, this colorism is going to be the demise. Well, no, it's not colorism. It's all of that intertwined, and this is technically linked into the last episode 51, the Psychology of Raceplay, now streaming on Twitter (X) and YouTube.com/The Good Weirdos, and I don't think there will ever be no, there won't be. There's always gonna be this. And this is what I needed to say. I have a Discord server, the Good Weirdos Discord. If you're on Discord, hit me up for the link. Boom. That's where I can put all that encompasses the Good Weirdos in one place. I have a website, but website servers are very expensive, you fucks, especially when you're loading high quality footage onto this shit. And I'm up in 20 gigabytes per video. It becomes too expensive. So for now, you take it as a Discord if you want to see all the shits and videos and blah, blah, blah. I have a chat in there about a race play chat. There were people discuss race play, people discuss colorism, people discuss certain things.
Nice.
One of the person in there said, it's a black person, said that and I was going to take screenshots, but then I would have to go through and blank their username out. So I'm just going to tell you bitches, because I ain't going to out them like that, because I ain't talking to them. So I'm going to say the story. Basically, they want to get their skin bleached because they say that they're unattractive. They don't feel like they can't find anyone. They said they've talked to their therapist. They said that they've done the self-work, deep inside, deep thinking. The words that I'm using are literally the words they said. Deep thinking. They talked to the therapist. They've done the inside work. And they said that their therapist even said that they feel that they should go ahead with boom, 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 the bleaching of the skin, because they said, and they also complained that they don't have a big nigga dick.
Oh.
Off the screen. Oh, this is too far. Hold on.
But that is unfortunate. Oh, wait. So for real, the therapist is supporting the transition?
Transracial. Not come on. What's her name? Rachel Dolezal, who just got fired.
Look, all lives matter, and I want to see the OnlyFans. That's all I want to know. I want to know what's going on.
We're going to get back to this real quick, but let me tell y'all something about Rachel Dolezal. I don't understand the hate. Okay. Look, I'm going to say this. That bitch went and they say the hate was she done took an NAACP job that could have went to a real ass black person. I get that. I agree. Totally. But she wasn't in the NAACP doing fucked up shit to people. She was actually in there trying to help people.
Was she doing? Yeah, I'm like, was the work good?
She was doing NAACP work.
Oh, well then. I guess the job is done.
That's an advancement for colored people.
And look, I watched a little documentary. I followed that bitch. Look, I love her. She's hilarious.
I hate Rachel. I said this when this shit first popped years ago. I was advocate about y'all finna get up off Rachel Dolezal. I don't see what she. Yes, this bitch want to be black. They all want to be black, and that's why she took the next steps. I always hear about bitches bleaching their skin and tan and like, I'm finna be orange like Kim Kardashian and all this. This straight up says she wanted to be black. I'm finna be black, and I think my ex was like that. If he could, he would be. I'm no cap. Let me drag it on. See, this is what my mind. That was turning me on a little bit. Oh,
okay. Speak it. Say it.
That was turning me on, and see, that's why it kind of relates me back a little to the Jonathan Majors. I'm a low key got that little Jonathan Majors spirit in me.
Oh, good Lord.
low key got that Jonathan Major spirit in me. It's not full like him. I ain't on that level.
You need your Martin.
I know. I don't even. You can be. You can be. Coretta. You in male form. Your body is male form, but you.
I am mad. I'm so mad.
But back to the boy that wanted the bleaching and the coloring, and his therapist said they clear it. Now I'm finna read. Don't worry, I'm finna read directly from the horse's mouth. It's not long, y'all, because there was a whole debate from people in this group about this exact topic. And after he mentioned that he was considering getting colorism, there's someone also in the chat that's a PhD holder. Now, and then I'm gonna get and drag you fucking degree holding fucking thank you. We'll get into that later. I'm trying to pick out the exact points where this bitch was dragging it. This real quick. Okay.
The same.
Oh, okay. I'm from the start here because these words popping out to me. This is the response from the PhD holder to the dude who said he was gonna get bleached skin. So you said, I'm finna bleach my skin. My therapist said, boom, bang, bang, bang. And here's the doctor's response. Interesting. My father was a German Jew. My mom, you from over there now, from the Congo. For all intents and purposes, I look like I'm African American. Every time they spell African, they put that K in there. So they for real African.
Okay.
Ain't no C. They say I'm 64 and have a PhD and doctorate and have sat on boards for pay and volunteer. Now, see, who asked for your accolade?
You got to present it to feel important.
I've been picked out by whites and pushed to the top of any position of employment I've ever had. I've always selected for a position of authority. I say all that to say, at my age and being from Europe originally and living there in America, so he's back in Europe. He stayed here since he was 17, but he's back in Europe. That statement makes no sense. Somehow that lighter skin means something bigger and better for you, which is a lie because we do know that colorism exists. But he's up. See, this is how people don't move, that how life is very complex. Because not only can two things be true at the same goddamn time, I think multiple things can be true at the exact same time. Now, and then I hate that it's doctor from the Africa because you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. If you African, you don't know. And all you Africans go to Europe first before you get your pussy wet here.
No, I can't.
You don't want to jump right into the puss because you know about that shit.
It's my pussy now.
It's my pussy now. Y'all always go to Europe first. Come here to get the resources and take y'all ass back on.
I'm curious about what this individual looks like, the person that has been, because it's like to go through the trauma, to get the healing, realize that maybe being lighter skin, bleaching your skin would help you in feeling more beautiful. This is where the colorism desirability issue comes into play. Yes, I do notice lighter skin is going to be projected as being more attractive. But also, your phenotype is what matters more so, because if you are, and then of course this comes into more of the racial issues where it's like the African features, but even then African features, Africa's a big fucking place. So Oh, it's gonna get real racist.
Ah!
Something like that. I can't do it necessarily, but you know, the nostrils, what Beyonce said, that thing.
Wide nose.
That thing. You know.
Black and flat is fat, black, wide. That's nigga nose.
That's not African. It is a part of Africa. I've seen certain groups have that, but that is not uniform. It's like they're so it's
Africans that ain't looking like, well, I don't know.
I don't know either, quite honestly.
Y'all, no shade, because I y'all be having a lot of mouth. I don't like when people come to another motherfucker's country talking good yak.
I'm so mad at you.
I don't like that shit. Y'all be talking about Palestine and Israel, what they doing, what Putin going over there to you, and stay out of Ukraine and Usher's business and Usher.
Not Usher.
Usher business. That's one country. We don't.
There's a lot more issues to talk about. Like with colorism, let's just cycle back. It's the realizing, are you unattractive because your facial features are not desirable, because you don't meet what a black standard is of attractiveness? Okay. And then doing like the lighter skin, getting bleached, I don't think that makes you more attractive, but you are ill enough that believing the light skin will bring you some sort of beauty. And you can see them online. You can see on some of the Twitter spaces, you're like, oh, okay, you look mixed, you look lighter skinned, but I can tell your black genes dominate and you have a look that's not Eurocentric. The only thing that is unique is maybe the freckles and the lighter skinned, but the ass is fat. And that's, of course, going to be fine for all.
Can I wake something up a little bit? Because
wake it up.
To be real. And this is, we're circling, this is staying on colorism. And this is staying back to how we started this off about the librarian and Mrs. Mojo's comments about, because I know for a fact that the reason why she said his dark side is because his white mother, he's biracial. I know this person, so I know that's what this is about. My thing is that you're more worried. I'm trying not to be rude. I'm sorry, I hyped that up to not say it because.
See, I want to support you, but don't be.
I know. Okay, hold on.
Should you keep it in? Is it going to be helpful for the world to grow?
For the world, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna reroute all this in together with the boy I just talked about, with the bleacher skin, with Miss Mojo, with the biracial hate for the lighter skin, and oh, I know what I was gonna say. Here it is. The librarian is biracial, light skin, but technically he's not hitting any beauty standards, facial feature wise or attractiveness. No shade. This is real talk.
Yeah, valid.
So, and this is not even a dab on him. This is on Miss Mojo for what she said, because, and then this is a jab on me too, because then this is my desirability looking into it. So, see, we're all fucked. So you're more worried about him being light-skinned above all else than, and I'm trying to word this in a white way because the colorism is so strong. The whites hate is so strong that you hate yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Yeah, and that's a good spell. That's a good one.
How your hate against me is backfire. You talk about the evil eye.
Okay.
And this is the boy's response when the doctor asked him, and what is your bleaching your skin supposed to do? The dude responding verbatim, make me lighter. And out in the world, lightness is more desirable by most, in capital letters, people. It's less about comfort and more about, can I have the experience I want? And life has shown me, no, I cannot really. I'm a deep thinker. I've already done the deep thinking, but I have another issue. Oof, I'm not gonna say what that other issue is because I'm outside of
For
this.
sure.
So they said, and then it was like, would you fuck someone like that?
No.
I'm finna jump out the window.
No. I would not, because it's still, you are still not beautiful to yourself unless you had to alter yourself, which I get. We all alter in different ways. But just because lighter for the most, that doesn't mean that, baby. That does not mean that. You always look how you look. You just are now lighter, and now you look more weird because it's not natural.
Sammy Sosa.
Oh, that was nasty. I was like, it was a patient. It was very patient. And I didn't want to, I wanted to quarantine.
It's a ghoul.
Yep, it's very ghoulish. But to warp your mind and think that that is going to be a more beautiful form of you, that's when you know it's deep-rooted and sick.
You. And my response, because this played out for like 2 days, because I was reading, every time I read somebody's response, I would roll my eyes because I was like, this is too much for me. I can't. But I responded one day when I was at a place of peace and clarity, and I just responded and said, this is so delicate and tricky. No one knows your lived experience but you, nor do we know the shadow work or introspection you've done. I will say, once you learn to love yourself in confidence and humility, I guarantee you the people who are meant for you will find you. Now, with that, what that self-love looks like for you, only you can come to that decision and discovery. Lots of people have cosmetic surgeries to fix, modify, change, enhance things they aren't happy with. But before you truly consider that, be absolutely sure you've done all the work within.
Be sure you've done all of the work within, because I don't know what the therapist was doing. And this is the issue with Western medicine in my mind. It's, you think these people, and I, even to all the doctors that, you know, I have my degree. I'm like, yes, miscolonized. You are very proud of getting that doctrine in something, or doctorate, whatever, in your field of study, as if it actually gives you it gives you clout for sure, because you probably have done your research to pass the bar or whatever the fuck it is. But also, there was a reason, and I'm projecting more so, there's a reason why you wanted to reach that level of mastery and you needed the certificate to do it. And I'm always going to say your ego wants that. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Your ego wants that, and then the way that you view your position in certain topics, like say if it's about sociology or even psychology, you're slightly indoctrinated by the way that they view the world. You can be opposed to it, but I would like to believe that a healthy amount of people are still beholden to the colonized mindset of how reality works, especially in regards to psychology and how societies should function, what is healthy and what isn't healthy. So to go into a therapist's office and they're using particular language, not to, villainize you against yourself, but they speak to you as if certain things are a problem or they're not a problem, and that things can feel so much better if you do this one thing, because it's about you being happy. And if this thing makes you happy, don't let anyone hold you back from doing that, even though it's about destroying your body. But that is okay, because you're going to feel better afterwards. Right. And that's all that matters. But you're still going to be here. You're still going to be meeting me afterwards. So clearly there's not much work that's going to be done, but you're still paying that bill. I know you still have to pay the bill to come here to fix something that I feel could be fixed if you lived in a more regulated and honest society with individuals who, for example, this individual, yeah, you might, I hate to say it, you might just be unattractive overall. And that's just the fucked part. We don't get to choose.
And see, go ahead.
We don't get to choose, and then it just sucks that other people who can be nasty would use that against you. Like they're going to use all that and say it is this, and this, even though it might not even be those things. It's because you're black. And it's like, well, it's not really because he's black. It's because he has, well, those things don't go together, right. Or the individuals around you are not attracted to that. Someone's attracted to somebody. I believe that wholeheartedly. Someone is attracted to what you have.
I've seen it.
And shit. Like I even in my own judgments are just like, oh, you really. So what do you like about them? And
I can't lie. I've had that same feeling about. I'll be like, oh,
I'm interested about how you're loving and what you're attracted to.
Like now, what attracts you about that?
Mm-hmm. Because I can at least spend time with a person and then feel why someone is attracted without necessarily even getting the answer from them. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, good. I like this.
Spirit, that person's aura is just. That's how me and my ex was. I was not attracted to them.
Mm-hmm. But he felt good.
He felt good. And I tried to fight that shit. I was real.
That's
fighting.
real. That's real.
I was like, I don't want no. But he was so smooth, natural with it. It was just like, ew. That's why
give in, submit.
That's why we still toxically getting healed cool today. We ain't together, but we still can toxically communicate here and there. That's
I was so mad.
It's a little toxic because
I love some toxic dick. I'm not gonna lie. It hits different, but I don't do that no more.
I'm here. I'm just here, and I'm queer. And for right now, while I got a little break, we're doing good. We're doing well, and it's only 22 seconds that I'm about to play. Please go. Okay, I was here. I had to
You good?
Retweet this again.
I was like, you texting him?
Hell no. I'm like for 2 days after Mardi Gras, this motherfucker ain't been responding to me. I hope nothing ain't happened to him, but
he's okay.
I'm sure he's fine. That's just the history of. I'm sure this motherfucker's just fine. But anywho, that was Zebra episode 2. Y'all, please go check that out on YouTube. It's only 16 minutes because he travels by location, whatever city I'm in. That was New York. I made it quick, short for New Yorkers. Episode 1 was like the intro, so that's an hour long, but it'll keep going. So please support Zebra, A Nomadic Journey. 3 years.
Beautiful. Damn.
Leave it almost 4.
I'll go support that.
Time flies. I swear to God. The shit and the good weirdos, even that. It's amazing. The good weirdos. But back to the good colorists and the good colorisms and the hatefulness that
it's undue, it's unneeded, especially when we are supposed to be, and I'm saying we, like I'm in the Black community, because I am. There is no denying that I am a Black human being, I guess, since I adopt that title. I didn't actually ask for it.
Oh,
I didn't ask for it.
The
I
black
also know
the niggas, the whites don't give it to you, and so you
like
got black in you. Go ahead. I ain't finna.
like I know where I was raised. I slightly know my genetic lineage. So it's like I can see the ancestry report. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, oh, I didn't know that was there. Oh, that makes sense why that's there. Okay. So I am mixed within my genetic pool. I'm raised Black culturally because that is the people I come from. And how I identify is, well, based on how the world decides to treat me. And that is based in colorism, that is based in projected race, that it just depends on the level of intelligence and the openness that other people have had to the world. So when it comes to colorism, as a member of the Black community, I get so confused because
They don't know what they want.
like I thought we're supposed to be trying to save ourselves. We already know the history of what's gone down, at least in the United States. Because if we're going to be putting Black people into a box, then it's Black Americans. They need to come up with a name for their ethnic background, which is now a hodgepodge of all sorts of Black, more African ethnicities. You need to figure out a name so that you then can stop being called Black, a term created by the people that enslaved you. But we're happy to be called Black. There's a power in it. I personally I like Black more than white because Black just has like the all encompassing, absorbing energy. It just looks good. I mean, white looks better on Black.
Ooh,
because it's just like the stark. You already know, and so like it's true when they say, "Oh, I do like the skin difference, that contrast." And I'm like, I mean, it does look nice. I think the human mind sees it, and they're like, "Yeah, that works," but the racial undertones makes it something we should not like. But I thought we were supposed to just be working together to finding a way to heal each other. Now, doing some arguments with people that, you know, want to not necessarily uplift, they want to inform Black people about, you know, racial fetishism and all sorts of other issues regarding the Black body. They're not actually there to heal anybody, nor are they there to hold anyone to listen, to actually have a dialogue. They're more there to give information without any sort of like guidance. The only guidance that they are giving is that there should be hatred involved. And hatred has its use for sure. Like, I don't believe anyone should not hate. I mean, that shit can be very powerful if you know how to use it, but it does eat away at you. I mean, look at you. When you hate somebody, you get real ugly. So use it in, you know, finite amounts. I thought we were supposed to help each other. Yeah.
You said a lot, and you like that. The purpose. How are you healing? People are informing. What are we doing here? And that's that. When you said that, in my mind, I was like, what are we doing here?
What is this?
I'm giving representation. The things, the good and the bad. Let me say that.
Yeah.
I'm giving representation. I'm bringing a light to shit that people aren't talking about. Now, I'm in the process, and you're going to be a part of this too.
Lord.
Can mend this, and this is live, and I'm recording this live, and I know what I'm so it can be forever in the airwaves.
I'll take it.
You're going to be a part of this too, to help put this in a direction, because it's here. And I had a dope meeting with someone yesterday for like 3 hours. Really reignited my fire. You know, the Good Weirdo's fire is always burning. I'm always doing shit. But it re-sparked this bitch like the Olympic torch flame bitch on Olympic opening ceremony. Like, yes, you got this. You see it is coming. And to expand this, we're talking about the kink, the healing, the kink retreats, therapy. Just Instagram was streaming. Okay. The kink therapy, like not if we having an event, a party, is going to be more than just an orgy.
Yeah.
It's literally intentional shit. Now it's definitely going to be down with get down, up in his stuff, urban. Yeah, glow.
Oh God.
But it's intentional too. See, that's the problem with a lot of people that aren't multifaceted, multidimensional, can't encompass multiple things and realities and truths in one. And it's hard. I know it's a lot, especially with capitalism and the way systems is. And what I want Black people not to be focused on is revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bitches gotta pay. They gotta pay.
Yes. Yes.
I'm all for burn your city down. Burn whatever needs to go. When 2020, I'm telling you, this was the highlight of my life. I
enjoyed. I mean, they should have been burning down certain other places.
Oh, I know.
Because they burned down my neighborhood, and I was actually very upset about that.
See, in Orlando, we knew where to go, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what it is.
And I'm telling you, it was every nationality, it was humanity out there for what you was talking about, healing, moving forward, escaping this shit that y'all say that y'all hate. And white supremacy, guys, y'all in a grip hole. White supremacy is not something that anybody's operating. White supremacy at this point in stage is a machine that is consciousness that's now just existing without no operators. Nobody.
Good.
It's just breathing and living.
It's good.
Breathing.
I give it up. I give it up. I love a good war. I enjoy how, like, I watch some movies, espionage, and just the war frame of mind. It's like, okay, how do you destroy another person? I'm actively always thinking about that. How do I rip you apart and not move, not soil or muddy my reputation? How do I make sure I take you out quickly? Or if I don't like you, how do I extend the torture? And then
patience.
And I'm a very patient person. I always wait for the right time where it's like, oh, perfect. I will use that right now.
If you're born in this generation, and I don't know what about the rest of you motherfuckers. I know I was born for an I don't think I've ever said this live on the airways, but a lot of my friends and people I be around they know I've said this, that I was born for, and it's not like I'm bragging about this. This is nothing to brag about, for an apocalyptic era. I was born to fight for, it's like, if y'all ain't read the Bible, I'm gonna give you a quick one. Moses got these motherfuckers out of Egypt. Soon as 3 days later, they were so ungrateful for this motherfucker. He's like, I'm finna go to the mountain, get y'all some word, come back, we gonna be good. These motherfuckers, the second day this nigga gone, they done built calves and idols. Oh, well, fuck God, bitch. Well, just that quick.
They quick to turn.
They quick to turn on you. And I ain't even pushing Christianity because this ain't that. This story is good, though. Moses led these motherfuckers through the wilderness for 40 years, and they had to get over there into Israel, child. And this is how it relates to back right now to today. They had to get over there to Israel, child. And Moses was about 800 years old by now. And then Jacob was the one that had to take the motherfuckers over into Israel. The Hebrews, they was just the Hebrews at this motherfucking time. Moses couldn't go because he was supposed to speak to the rock to bring water to the motherfuckers when they was out into the wilderness. He hit it with his staff. God say, oh, since you can't listen to me, bitch, you ain't going over into the promised land with honeysuckles and the things, but your ass can watch them go.
Petty.
And I loved it. I feel like I'm Moses to the ship. I feel like there will be a new dawn. There will be a new way. There will be a reckoning. I don't believe that, and if I'm wrong, please, I would love to see. Don't get it twisted. But I feel like I'm here for that in the mud, grut, tear down, infrastructure rebuilding, and then the next go on and do what you do because it's coming. I thought it was 2020 when all the shit was coming. We had the governments by the balls. Then Trump said 2021, I'm finna fucking murk all you hoes. And then he backed off with January 6th. He said, hold on. I ain't mean it. I'm playing.
Oh, he playing all the time.
Oh, and I'm gonna say this. This is the least talked about election I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, Bubba.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And that's my light skinned man back there.
Light skin. Light skin.
Well, I mean, they notice your skin already. Because I just need to make a point that they lust after your skin, and I know why they follow me.
Talk about it. Because I ain't gonna, nope.
Use what you have.
It's like, oh, is that my identifier?
No, it's not, but we will get your identity. Don't worry.
Oh. Well, what have we discussed? We've touched on the things of the things. Did you have anything else you wanted to touch on? Talk about? Because we can.
Well, I feel like even kind of steeping back into the colorism issue, just quickly with connection to Miss Mojo and kind of her promoting her blackness as the reason why she's being broadcasted as a villain. It's like you're using now these tropes that we complain about.
Hello.
This is why you're dark. This is why you're dark-sided. Like, and others like you are dark-sided for this reason. You are not here to help, and you don't need to be. Not everyone is meant to help or heal people, but if we are truly complaining about the world we live in, then do the fucking work, bitch. It's not that hard.
It is when you hate yourself.
Valid. And trust me, I hated myself. Well, no, I didn't hate myself. It wasn't a hatred of the self, but it was certainly like, I could do something else.
Like, I could do more. I could do more. And I have that all the time. I'm very self-critical. It ain't you motherfuckers I be worried about. It's me. I'm the only one that can bring you down. And I've done it. I've brought myself down numerous times. Self-sabotage has been real for me in my life. So trust, I get feeling undeserving of certain things, but you have to acknowledge this is a sickness. This is fucked up. First off, then you have to believe you can change it with your mindset, and then that's hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to continuously do it all the time, and you're probably never gonna not do it because that's the only way you're gonna stay maintained. That's the only that keeps me, because I have to continuously realign, refocus. You're fine. You're okay. You're safe. You're good. You're enough.
Like, I can only imagine how that boy or that young man has felt since growing up. I'm assuming since he grew up in the library, he was somewhat protected, but he seems awkward enough to where, yeah, he's probably getting picked on. And I don't know who his peers were, but either way, I know biracials are picked on by both.
And if you're alive, wherever see, it depends on where you live at.
Am I still here? We still good?
Go ahead.
Okay. He has every reason to probably despise either side just because of the stereotype that, mixed kids have to go through. It's all over the world. It's not just black and white. You can go to foreign countries. I mean, shit, I love Japan, and I've always wondered, and I've done my own studies on how black mixed Japanese kids grow up in those situations, and white Japanese kids grow up in those situations. And funny enough, they're pretty similar. Black probably gets more notice, but trust me, a homogenized country, if the people are awful in that community, then yeah, they're picking on you regardless of the difference. And yet you're of their blood.
And this let me go wider out to all of humanity. People are like this, period. And if you in the UK, oh, you married this bloke from across the fucking Manchester. You married a fucking bloke from Manchester. You're Puerto Rican. You fared a fucking Cuban.
Ready.
You married whatever another motherfucking tribe and shit.
Identifiers immediately being used pejoratively. Just like, okay, so the fact that there's a semi difference, they're not. I mean, what do you want, incest in order for this to be okay?
Yes.
God.
But we're not getting there. You know what? Yes. Don't make me circle back to that because we can.
We know the folks got the issues, but just I personally feel just with his message, and I do want to like involve myself in that level of life where, yeah, I'm here to help you. I want to direct you towards this. I want you to read about this, but also I want you to read it from people that know what they're talking about and also have good intentions and just have right aligned intentions. Exactly. It's to be on Twitter, you know, receiving some sort of informational, like, here's a PDF about this. It's like, okay, but everything you say about this is just highly negative. There doesn't seem to be any sort of solution. Then I think I'm supposed to take away that I should just be highly negative about the situation. Yes. So I do thank you for bringing this up and making this like the focus. What are we here to do about that? Even if I don't want to do the work.
And I'm gonna highlight, because it's in my spirit, T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison has been huge in my life. I know T.S. Madison. I met T.S. Madison like 2016, 2017. How T.S. Madison moves authentically in the world, no holds barred, ain't college degreed up, but will bring people who know, are experts in certain in situations. I don't know, but I know a bit you do know and can give good insight on how we can do this. Boom, boom, boom. And when I started this podcast, a lot of the inspiration, I was on her show before too, was from her authentic, not trying to be something she wasn't, but allow people space to be them, to help the cause, to and I said that to say it's hard for me to come up with a plan for how to execute this. Bitches have to sit and listen.
No, they're not going to do that.
Have to have the conversation to open the dialogue, and in that comes ideas, solutions, thoughts.
They're not going to do that.
I know, honey. What do we do now?
I mean, violence, but no. No, we don't support that. We don't do that. We are better than that. We are not savages.
Murder. Murder.
Murder.
She's joking. She's kidding. You can't say that.
No, she right. She absolutely fucking right. What do you mean?
And I'm gonna say this too.
How do you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Change your mind.
There you go.
I got charged.
Yeah, some people do need to die. And not now you black folks gonna like want all them niggas that's fucking white women to die. All y'all gonna want all, and you gays, trans too, gonna want a lot of people that need to die just because they ain't want to fuck you. That ain't why people need to die, y'all. Just because they don't want to fuck you or find you attractive, okay?
That's real pathetic.
That's making you look real. Now, pop. Oh, now I got to this streaming on YouTube, so I got to be. Well, I done said it. Well, look, so politicians don't need to be in there as long as they need to be. Now, and this, the name of this is because we in Black History Month. Colorism, Black folks in the library, and I'm finna talk to you, Black folks. You motherfucker. Ooh. Okay. The DL culture, because the fetishizations of Black people, and that's relating to stereotypes and racism and the shit that's been put on us by the white society. I won't say the white man because I think white bitches are more slick than a white man. White women fuel the black of the white man, but I'm gonna leave that at that. These niggas that's out here robbing, because DC is real bad. And I'm in DC, these little young niggas, this is how I know these kids are retarded. You ain't going to school. You got the teachers on TikTok complaining about how dumb you are and exposing you. This is across the country. And yeah, robbing people, stealing their cars, killing motherfuckers. This black on black crime ain't nothing new. But now the motherfuckers are getting more retarded, ain't in school. And when I was in school, niggas was skipping school. But this is an epidemic, y'all. I'm telling you, retardation is back. And I ain't talking about the clinically retarded. And yes, I brought the word back. Yes, I said it. I know what the fuck I'm saying. No, you bitches ain't stupid. You bitches ain't dumb.
I can't.
You're not handicapped or disabled. There are levels to this shit. Disabled, I got people in my family that are disabled. But I'm
You're just like, you got to keep it. You got to keep it.
You bitches retarded. Your children are retarded. And then when you got stupid motherfuckers that don't know how to get it, and then because society is already hard enough, even with degrees. If you're dumb and you're black, you got dreads, your ass hanging out in your dirty boxes, you're gonna want to get fucked. I promise. Unless you good at selling your dick, and that's my motivation for you. This is a solution. I'm giving solutions. For y'all that's like that want to rob and don't want to go to school, you retarded, you're dumb, get your ass on OnlyFans. Show your dick off. Fuck a bitch with a gun to their head. That's kink.
I mean,
if that's what you
like that's for me.
If that's what you like, this is how you do this without the Good Weirdos is about everybody has extreme kinks and things. Now, how do we express this in a non-harmful way and healthy way? And I'm giving you, and this is lucrative. Your followers will go up faster than mine because you're doing some shit, and then you'll be more consistent because you ain't got shit else to do.
Clearly. I mean, shit. Yeah, we got people DMing me. I'm like, what are your hobbies? Oh, you ain't got nothing?
So you should be boom, 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 boom. You know how much money you can make? I'm telling you.
People are nasty. You can make money off of nasty.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you don't need to be going out robbing folks. Because, bitch, in DC, I was in DC for 5 months. Nobody ain't ever tried to rob me. Shockingly. Well, maybe because I don't know. I'm protected. I ain't no shocking. I'm protected. I'm protected. But I was always on my P's and Q's. Because DC don't play about a bitch getting your car jacked or robbed. The dude I was dating got robbed twice.
I'm too bougie. I can't.
It's too much. So, and that's the solution. Y'all need to find solutions to your fucking dark fetishes your dark kinks, your traumas, your hate for the biracial librarians, because that's not hate on him. Because I don't see, and there was no, what was the reason?
What was the reason for you to just promote so much anger? And I know you're angry at yourself for whatever reason, and then you project it upon this young man that seems to try to uplift and promote himself. Truly, that's what
And
he's trying to do.
literally, I think that's what it is, because I don't even be gassing him up. I don't follow him, but every time I see him, I ain't knocking no shade. There's no hate in my heart. I'm like, oh, he doing his thing. That's how I am with most people, because I'm busy doing my own shit, trying to get my shit.
I mind my business.
Right, I'm minding my business. But if I see it, most of the time I see some shit he's doing, I'ma like it. Like when he did his little book fair shit, I'm like, oh, that's dope. I'm not finna go carry on and raise fanfare about it, because I got my own shit I'm doing. But I'm not finna knock this dude. And I do love how they came through and gathered this bitch.
It gives me hope. I'm not gonna lie.
And this coming from a nigga that's out here doing race play openly. Dang, all of the mass internets on Beyonce's internet ain't out here gathering me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I done said lots of shit. But I don't come for people like that. That's not me. That's not my character. And we all have ego, we all have jealousy, we all have envy. And when that happens to me, it happens to me even still to this day. I'm like, I get jealous. I'm like, and then and then when I recognized, oh nigga, oh, get it together.
Like, let me go real quick.
Let me go. Let me go, because I don't need to see this right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know how to get myself together, and I'm quick with it at this point. It definitely still happens, but I'm quick with it. But a lot of y'all don't do that, because you have to check yourself first. Like, bitch, oh, I'm jealous. Okay.
Oh, but when you hang around folks like you never get the chance to check yourself, because they're not checking you. And I mean, it's just a gaggle of bitches together, just being just real rambunctious and performative. Really, it's like, you have there's like no reason for you to really say what you're saying, but you just wanted to make some noise. And I get that. That's what children typically do. So I know a lot of this has to stem from childhood. And I know it, like we're talking about kids, like, yeah, it does affect the youth. We have to be there early to give them some kind of some remedy. We need to give them the guidance. I don't want to control their lives, but we certainly have to like steer them in the right direction to be like, look, you're going to get older and people are going to be relying on you to be a good person. I think people want good people around them, even when they're shit. So they're like, oh, well, if I'm a piece of shit, good people will always help me at least. That sucks.
Exactly.
But at least we will have people that hopefully want to be good and want to be beneficial to their mates. But I think we're dealing with grown-ups, or we're dealing with adults who have not learned to control their own reactions based on their own trauma. We're dealing with narcissists, or I don't like to use that word because that can be too heavy, but there's lots of narcissistic traits that are just, they're amplified and they have not been taken care of. We got sociopathic traits that are being amplified just because of what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the phone, we're dealing with ego, we're dealing with clout. It's all the things that make us feel important. And then you have people making you feel better than what you actually are, because they're not feeling great about themselves, but they see themselves in you, and that's not good either, which is sad. But it feels like you have a tight-knit community of haters. You're hateful, and you can't say anything different about it. There is no argument to be had in the first place, because what you're doing, you can't tell me why you did what you did.
That's the bit. That's the. Thank you. That is literally the best question that whoever pushed. Besides, who the fuck you think you talking to? The best question ever is why.
Why? Did he
And
hurt you personally? No. Oh, so then why? And I know I've done the why too. I've done the answer, and my answer typically is I don't know, and then that lets me know the spirit kicks in. It's like it's because you're stupid, bitch. You acting real dumb. Because you know better. I know you know better. So why'd you do it? It's like I wasn't thinking, and I was selfish, and I didn't care. That's as simple as the answer is.
I'm gonna tell you what I hate too.
Mm.
You're absolutely right. And I'm sorry to have to circle back, but this is what
Do
this
it,
is.
do it.
Trans people. I'm sick of it's back to the victim card. It's like the black don't pull the race card, nigga. The race card with you trans and you fags. Y'all be dangerous with it, especially you trans. Yes, the violence against trans women is very fucking real. Black trans women, specifically Latino people of color, specifically, okay? Their life expectancy rate is 35 years old. This is all very real. But again, there are some amongst you, not all. Now I wouldn't even say the majority, because most of y'all mind your goddamn business. But there are some amongst you that do this, stir shit up, and then pull, oh, you just hate me because I'm fat and I'm black and I'm a tranny.
Oh, no. No.
No, I didn't mention that, but your fat black tranny ass better get it together. See, I'm from, no, it don't even matter. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Because what I'm saying ain't harming in the grand scheme. I don't give a fuck. You better not see that there's that complexity. You have to, I'm not finna sugar puss foot your ass. That's not me.
I like that.
If that's what you came for here, that's never gonna be me. You can check all the videos, the back. I don't do that. I am kind and I care about humanity and I care about your mind and your fucking business. But I'm not finna pussyfoot around these politically correct terms you hoes be done termed and coined up. I will obey your pronouns. I support that. You can be whatever you want. And you want me to call you this? Yes, I support it. Be who you want. Be who you are for your pride. Don't hide. And she done died. R.I.P. to her. But we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna bring back to. I seen Caitlyn Jenner sweet retarded. She tried it. She retarded, like retarded. RETARTED. No, that's why I know she's retarded.
I'm so mad.
Yeah. Welcome back, 2024. I'm not a nigga that be like, oh, this year. I don't do that because I'll start some shit in August, in spring. New me coming up. New me alert.
New year, new me.
And I will restart this bitch. It's in the middle of the summer if I need to. So I don't do that. But there's a doop energy going on around here that I just can't wait to see how it unfolds out for the remaining of the year.
Everyone's batshit right now. Everyone is crazy. Everyone is ill. Biologically sick. Mentally sick. And it's all because, I mean, they say white supremacy, but it's also like, no. I mean, well, maybe. Maybe it's all white supremacy. but it's also just, I think we as a human race we're coming to understand that we're all very different culturally, for sure. We all have our history, but there really ain't shit different about us. We do the same bullshit in our respective countries. If you weren't colonized, you still do the same kind of thing. It's just with the bodies that are around you.
You
It's
better
very
talk.
easy.
You better talk.
It's
You
just
better.
like, and I know it's not profound or anything like that. It's just like, y'all are
That's
making
what
it
they
real.
don't like. Keep
It's not
talking.
complex. It doesn't have to be complex. It is as simple as we're not doing good to raise ourselves up as a species, but we do want to think that we're the greatest. We do believe that we know the answers, not to the universe completely yet, but we want to have the answers. But since we know better, we have to do best for us, even when it's be damned the world around us, be damned the water, be damned the nature. But oh, now we're gonna. There's all the little things about it, all the little nuances. I can't change shit because I don't run those systems. I can't shut down an oil rig. I can't shut down transportation of certain things that I'm like, no, that doesn't need to move around. That doesn't need to be mined. I don't see why we do that. Oh, we're using too much of it? Then why? Then let's stop. Let's find an alternative.
Hey, that's easy.
But if it's gonna fuck up, well, not everyone wants us to stop. Other people have their jobs to do. I'm like, oh, that's right, that's fair. Well, we're just gonna have to miss out for a while.
And pay these people. If you're transforming, fossil fuels, let's say we could have been off this shit, you pussy assholes. If you're doing what you can do, you're doing all these whatever you call them. You can make a grant, a bill for people as we transitions from fossil fuels in the next 5 to something years. We need to compensate the people that are working them, and while we compensating these people, we're training them. They going to school, so we will pay you to go to school to learn from fossil fuels to solar energy, bitch, nuclear energy, whatever the fuck you assholes are doing. And then you got you see, this is what they be doing in them other countries. They training bitches from jump.
It makes sense.
America's not like that because it's about I'm better than you, and that's not even America. It's the world. And people say that. See, and when you say white supremacy is the cause, yes, it is. White supremacy just has evolved from this core, and there was colonialism is the root of the puss. And then, I mean, but humans are like that, period. Everybody's going to want more than what somebody else has.
It's hard coded. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get what you need. You're supposed to stockpile, bitch.
And then that's when they say we're human, but we are animalistic savages.
We are. Control
we're
it.
Savages.
Get
Y'all
it together.
don't believe that?
God damn. I'm trying to fuck every day, but I know I shouldn't, and I can't. Cleaning out is too much. But I did do pretty good a few days ago. It was just like, oh, the next day I was still cleaned out, and he okay. Anyway, but still,
you get your ass fucked cleaned out.
I forget this was on IG too, so I'm like, oh wait, let me know.
Oh, they done kicked me off IG.
Okay.
Well, fuck them. I my IG no. I felt like pop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what the fuck were we just talking about?
I feel like we went too specific on the Miss Mojo person. It wasn't even supposed to be about her, but it is the overarching theme of just.
I'm not sparing you bitches because I know you. Y'all didn't spare me, and you damn sure. Even if you did spare me, you don't support me. And that ain't, I'm talking about when you see me getting drugged through the mud, because you still follow me. See, and then that makes me make me even look at you even more sideways because you follow me. You don't like anything of mine. You don't support anything, but you here.
Because they know they can profit off of you in whatever way that is for them.
What? But you here. Okay. That's fine. I'm not gonna remove you. I'm not gonna block you. You can see this.
No.
And I know you gonna see it.
Oh God, I'm not ready for that, but I'll
I'm
take
ready.
it.
I know this bitch. Even if I didn't know this hoe. Y'all, because I know how people move.
Mhm.
If I haven't seen the, and this is years ago from, like, I know, and you need to be called out. This ain't I ain't losing nothing saying this shit. What have you done for me lately? Oh, period. Because all the things I was no,
Okay.
ain't done shit for me. Let's just say that.
See, it's the interpersonal fighting as well. I mean, I'm glad she's not like a. I'm just saying this out. I'm glad you both are darker skinned, so this makes it like, okay, so it's not. This
Okay.
isn't an issue there at least. So it's good to be able to call someone out who is doing what you see they're doing, and it's like, no, you can't use whatever
You
tactic.
can't use your fat. You can't use your trans. You can't use your black. All right, Celia, you're just a fucked up person, and you need to heal from that trauma. You dope as fuck, but you're cool, but you can still be fucked up.
Yeah.
Period.
And recognize it. And I do hate that we have to do the infighting. I mean, as a community, you gotta, for some reason, duke out and claim your dominance. I don't. That's kind of how the animal
Is
world
that what
works.
I'm doing?
I mean, it's not what you're doing, but it is like that's the
It
lay
is.
of the land.
It is, and I am that kind of nigga. I am gonna huff my chest a little bit, even if I'm surrounded.
That's fair.
I'm not going down without a motherfucking fight.
Hmm.
Whatever you
But
may
someone
be.
has to lead in a way. Someone has to lead. If it's going to be for goodness and someone's not about goodness, then yeah, it's natural. You're going to fight.
I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna tell the truth. See,
Mhm.
that's the thing. Now, there's shit I won't say because there are other
Honorable.
is moving parts, and
Honorable.
I can't expose shit. But
Honorable.
I'm gonna let you know what it is and what it ain't. I ain't hiding shit about me. I really don't. It's just it's a lot of shit you don't know about me because I know not just
Exactly. You can't use anything against me
you
if
can't.
I know what I'm sharing at
I
all
know
times.
exactly what I'm sharing. That's why I catch myself a lot. Oh, hello.
Hold on. Don't do that one yet. Not
That.
right now. Like
So
leak that
yes.
later. I need that for later.
And again, this is not to shame Miss Mojo, and I don't care if she sees it or not. But I'm gonna tell the truth. She will because I feel it. I feel it because I feel that's one of the ones that be stalking my page. Because anybody that I feel that that condemns people fucking white men so hard, you yourself don't get approached or prompted or advocated to be fucked or fuck a white man. I fully feel because I see the pictures of y'all, and here comes pretty privilege. Whether you think I'm fine or not, standard wise, I ain't ugly. Ain't a bitch ever. Well, besides bitches, when I tell them I don't want to fuck them, say that. Oh, and you ugly anyway. And ain't. But I see, and this ain't now. There be fine people too that be on that shit, and I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But but fuck the fine people too, because a lot of them be wanting to get fucked by white men and fuck white people, but they could be fine as fuck externally to us, but in the inside, they don't feel like they look as good as they look. And you know how I know? Because I've dealt with the same shit, not with white and black. This is just me within myself. I've never felt that, oh, and see, this may be pretty privileged, that white man was not in my scope of getting. I never, now have I felt like that was the prize at times? Yes. Like, oh, yes. once you bag a white motherfucker, and this wasn't even consciously thinking. It's like white is the standard of living, of beauty.
Yeah.
Until you come, and I say until you reach about 9 years old, and you start to use your brain, and your shit starts like, okay, well, they're trying to look like us, but they, and see, that's why I'm so glad y'all everything apart life. And I know I'm dragging, but it's all making a point. Movies, music, all this shit. When you see, and that's why I don't see why niggas hate themselves. When you see everything they do is trying to be like you. Music, movies, and this for you Africans too. Because you steal everything we do. You got Afro beats and you run it to the ground. If I hear another motherfucking same beat, it's like, what is that? Not reggaeton. If I hear that same goddamn beat,
it does get tiring.
I don't see how you do it. And I'm coming for you, Africans. I don't give a damn. Y'all ain't letting up off you. Maybe that's my mission in life, to get y'all together.
Shit. We don't know how much time we have on this earth. I don't know when we're going
to get them shit.
Shit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know, addressing colorism, it's, I feel like I'm enlightened, or whatever the fuck that word is, whatever it means for folks, when they're pushing things in your face, or allegedly pushing what is beautiful, what is desirable, all those kind of things. It just doesn't work on me, because it's like, no, when I see things, I know what beauty is. I know when someone is attractive. I can objectively tell, like, oh yeah, I can see why people want
everybody to be attracted to them.
I see why. It makes sense. I'm not going to go out of my way and try to destroy or counter argue why it's not working for me, or why it doesn't work. But I'm also not going to be weak-minded and allow the narrative to say that this is a standard. Because I know how it works on weak-minded folks, yes.
But here comes the complexity. Well, this is what that's getting representation. This is what's in the magazines. This is what's in the TVs and the movies. They're only going to show white beauty standards. They're only going to show this. And this is why we fight so hard for Black representations in our film, in our movies, in our executives, in our board members. This is why we fight so hard. And see, this is why multiple things can be true at the same time, because all of that shit is true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Very true.
But see, here's a kicker. You niggers are gonna hate what I'm about to say. When you're the oppressed, especially if it's long and generationally as we are, you have, and this is a mantra, and I ain't even gonna look it up. Google your goddamn self. The oppressed is gonna have to be the ones that freeze the oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
Think on that. I ain't even finna deep into to you explain it. It's not, and
I love Venus for a many reasons. The bitch is real shisty. She takes your coin when you don't do what she says. But the one thing that I have learned with it is you don't force them. If you are truly beautiful, they will love you. And they will love everything that's like you. If the right person can change a lot of people's minds, and I don't know who those people are, you can kind of tell what they feel like, for sure. It's like, I personally like to prop Aaliyah up like that. I'm like, oh, she was one of those. She was a particular kind of light that.
Oh, she was.
Oh, she was taking real quickly, but she was an energy that, of course, she interacted with folks and they remember her for her angelic energy, but then also Oh, she probably could have shifted a lot of interesting minds if she was still around.
I would love to see what Aaliyah
Mm,
would become today.
a
Was she?
universal energy.
There's
It,
no question of the light and power or whatever energy she's pushing out would have
mhm.
been world encompassing. She was that energy.
And you know, there's more artists that are like that. I don't dabble into the world like that, so I can't prop up anybody, but there's particular lights in this world that if they are broadcasted enough, everyone pays attention to them and their minds shift, and they don't even try to tell them to shift their minds. It's like, how do I get more energy like that around me? It becomes real selfish, of course. Like, how do I obtain that? How can I have someone like that around me? That's the good dark energy. That's dark side.
Now, I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. We because I'm there. That's where I'm at. See, I said it again. I'm equally God, capital God,
God.
equally the damn devil.
Hmm.
I'm here with it because without good, if y'all young, it's good and evil,
Play it.
light and dark, right and wrong.
They fuck each other.
One can't exist without the other. I mean, it's simple. I can't exist without my dark side. You
Hmm.
bitches can't exist without your trauma. That's feeling like you're too fat. That's feeling like you're too black. That's feeling like you're too ugly. You got too much. You ain't got that much money. You ain't got this. All of these things. Now and see, I'm never gonna get surgery unless it requires me to to stay alive. Okay.
Hmm.
This could be pretty privileged speaking or handsome, moderately attractive privilege, whatever you want to say.
Look, there's a
But
desirability. There is. eh, mm,
it's
Yeah.
been too many people that's turned me down, and I get there are people that are actually ugly in the world. There are ugly people, and that's hard to say now, because
Because they know it.
it's funny to me because I'm just a fucking joke ass bitch, but it's serious. And God, ancestor universe, I know I could be in an accident tomorrow and my face fucked up,
Hmm.
blown off. I know. See, I'm thankful. I be talking shit, but I know
Yeah.
every day I'm breathing. I'm like, bitch, at least I'm walking though. I'm talking shit, but bitch, well, look, I know this. But see, I'm a dark humor type nigga. Even if it's me, which I've gone through shit that's been life threatening, laughing about it is just who I am. I'm
Hmm.
not going to disrespect you. Well, it may be disrespectful in context and however you perceive it. Sorry. But it's not intentional
Yeah.
unless it is.
Unless it is. Hmm. Look.
You Africans.
Okay.
Okay,
You.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
It's so bad. You know, I think what we can do, at least I want to speak to people that don't view themselves as beautiful. And if it's specifically around their racial category, your color, it's hard to imagine that your color is the thing that makes you unattractive because like I don't think color actually does that. I just think it's about everything combined.
Yeah.
And that is the things you will focus on when you look in the mirror. I mean, yeah, your skin tone can be like maybe patchy, maybe it can be blotchy, whatever the fuck that is, but looking at yourself in the mirror, not seeing what is beautiful about you, is mainly because of your expectations about yourself and what you should be looking like in order to nab someone that you deem desirable and worthy of your attention. But it's not about them. It should be about, well, which sucks again, because if it is about you, then it is about what you want. And if you can't get what you want, now you're mad and it's all just because of what I look like. And now I'm mad about it. And you know what? I'm about to be hateful towards somebody else because I'm mad about it. Understandable. That's kind of the natural response, which kind of sucks. But look in the mirror and actually note the things that you think are ugly and then highlight them. Make them beautiful, whatever that looks like. Is it what shit? Do you have no eyebrows? I mean, bitches remove their own fucking eyebrows and they still look good.
And draw them on every day.
You do the art, you do the magic upon yourself to be beautiful. And I know that it's a trial to do it every day, to wake up and have the mantra in place to say, I can't believe that I have to have this affirmation to tell me that I am worthy of love and that my looks don't matter. Yeah, I mean, looks matter to a superficial bitch.
Right.
That's, I mean, that's kind of how that works, but you can't please everyone. It's about pleasing yourself. And the moment you can please yourself, wholly please yourself, other people will want to please you.
Ooh.
They will want to see you pleased. And I totally believe in that. Now, is that coming from pretty privilege? Whatever that means? Yeah, I know.
But I see ugly people that's just like this boy that's going around on TikTok that's homeless and he been kicked out. And know you seen the homeless boy with the fat white girl.
Yes.
You seen the fat, thank you. I often say. And I'm from the South. And it doesn't even matter where you're from. This all over the country.
Yeah.
Niggas and fat white bitches. That's an epidemic. Since I was a little boy.
Those are the mothers that those are the mamas I've seen.
That's how we got all these biracials now.
And is it because, I'm gonna be real bold about it, is it because like that is kind of what their women look like?
What you mean?
I mean, we got these typically smaller, but I've seen some portly black men have these big white women. But then I look over and I'm like, well, there really isn't much of a size difference. So I'm confused.
It ain't a matter of it. Well, let me say this before I go. Well, you can look at the stock of black men that is going there.
Valid.
It's low level.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I've not seen a high level nigga or mid level even go that route. If I'm wrong, somebody please show me.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
So there's that, because they know that. See, them niggas, they using what they got to get what they want. See what I'm saying? That was to my point. These ugly niggas and these most of these white bitches, some of them are trailer park trash.
Yes.
But some of them have families with money, and I've met a few of these bitches. And if they call their daddy, I need $10,000 and she looks fat, sloppy, and fucked up. But family got money. And these niggas, and you see them niggas getting taken care of.
Ooh.
Even when they go to jail.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting, because then it's like,
and it's all because of sex. Go ahead. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Valid.
We're gonna circle it all the way back to the root.
If you please them, they will please you. It says the base level, the root of it all.
Animals.
If you want to get into some creature's mind, it's like, how do I make sure that you are fed either food or sex? And
any prostitute to tell you that.
I mean, shit, it should be the base. Like, I know how to feed your drives.
Why you think that's the longest lasting profession in history? These bitches know.
The thing that you want. You either want some food or you want a nut.
That's pretty much it.
And I can do that. I can make that happen. I can cook a good meal. I can probably hunt a bitch if I need to. And then I'll ride you out.
and gather. You know, hunter and gatherers. Gather the berries, the bushels of leaves to fill our fucking blankets and little bed shacks. Whatever we need, we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm. So with the low-level Black men that go to the larger white women, now is it because I have my theory on it. I feel like people have just talked about it before, and I think you already mentioned it. It is they are getting their needs met financially, but they can't get it met from their Black women. Is it why? Is it because the Black women are not going to do that, or is it because the Black women don't have that?
And it's all these. It's A, B, C, D. Check all that apply. Mm-hmm. Some don't have it. Some ain't finna be about that shit.
Valid.
Some and then you got to go to the Black man side. He's fetishizing white. He ain't finna get no prime white bitch that's on her shit. True. Body down.
True.
So he's got to settle for the low-level white bitch. It's two low-level entities encountering each other.
See, everybody has somebody.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There is somebody out there for you on your level. Now, levels do intermingle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some work, some don't. Period.
Facts.
I seen a broke bitch take a hood nigga from to the top. I seen a hood nigga take a rich nigga take a broke bitch to the top.
Mm-hmm. They got that thing. They got that specialness.
Y'all better look at the city girls.
Uh-huh.
I know that's trashy, but she out here fucking did it. And she and I was knocking them when they first came out. I was like, look at these hoes. What the fuck? And this bitches knew what they wanted.
Yeah.
However dark, selfish, self-centered it is, y'all gotta, people gonna be what they gonna be.
Okay.
So, shout out to JT. I know we did it on whooped her ass. No, I don't know that. Allegedly. This did it we fucking with. I ain't got no money to fuck with it.
I ain't got none.
I ain't got nothing to fuck with you did it.
I'm sorry.
I suck your dick to let my lawsuit go away. That I will definitely. I'm sorry.
I love. Okay, so my man's getting upset that.
Okay, we can go. Yes. Yes. It's been a long time. We've been on here for almost 2 hours, so that's perfect timing.
And we could actually do this again.
Yes. Told your ass. We shall. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm definitely waking it up, and I enjoy that.
I love it too. Everybody who's watching now, watching in the future, get into it. Follow Moray at _Jing Eater and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Follow me at PRTUVBODY. That is part of body. Limb, which is like a limb, a tree limb, a body limb, part of body. You get how this is intertwining? Most people ask me what my name means. That's what it means. I just gave y'all the scoop. Part of body, limb. I'm a part of the body. And the body is all of existence. We are a body. We are one. If y'all believe that or not, I swear to God, we are. And when you said something earlier, there's not many different variations of that. There's only like 6 different variations. It's like 6 different people. And we all just reiterations of that. So we thank y'all for supporting Colorism, Black folks, and the Librarian. Please go rewatch if you just jumped in anytime in between, and we'll holler at y'all later. I'm about to end this stream. And while I do, the outro's gonna play, intro, outro, and then we off the screen. Bang!